Hello, 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 and welcome to Bulamatari's Paint Club. It is Monday, the 8th of February, 2021. I am joined by Mr. Badger, Firepower Badger, and Mr. Necrobus88, otherwise known as Machin. How are you guys today?
Pretty good.
Thanks.
Good and ready.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So,
One of those days at work.
yeah, we've all had one of them, I think. Machin, what are you painting today?
I'm finishing my Chaos Lord
Okay.
with wings. So, just need to sort out the face now. And the base.
That
And put
buttery
some blood
biscuit
on that.
base.
Bit of blood.
Nice.
And go on to my Solar Exilia. I'm starting on that guy, but you can't see him, so I'll get the champion out. There we
Oh,
go.
nice.
Obviously, you can't
days.
see them properly because my camera is rubbish, but you know. The fort is there.
Badger?
You know, today I will be working on what I believe are called eradicators, and all they really are is Space Marine Primaris with melter guns. So some special weapons dudes.
Nice. Well, I couldn't decide what I was going to paint, so rolling a dice for it. If I roll a 1 or a 2, I'm going to be painting another one of these Tau boys, which will refuse to
Focus.
Yeah, they refuse to focus. I did actually download the control app, but I have not had a lot of luck going with it. But using it, there you go. So, I have on a 3 or 4, I'm going to be finishing the old Tankaroonie, and I'm going to be finishing off a pretty much mainly built and painted Sentinel. I just need to paint some tiger stripes on it and tidy it up a bit. And on a 5 or a 6, I'm going to paint start painting the this heavy weapons squad,
Nice.
which has been sitting in the corner of my room for a while. So, here is the dice. It's a proper Warhammer dice. There you go. And I will roll it, and it's a 1.
Tau boys it is then.
Ooh, where's the dice? There it is. It's a. Come on, this camera's weird. It goes back to front weirdly. It's a 1. It still
One.
doesn't want to focus, does it?
One.
Okay,
No, of
so
course not.
Tar boy it is. Let's get more boots on the ground. Okay. So I'm going to get the old allegedly free use music going. Classical's worked so far for me. I know Badger had a bit of a moan in one of his streams this week.
I did have an issue.
Yeah. Right, there we go. Okay, let's begin. Get me
Way
mouse
ahead
out
of
the
you,
way.
Chief.
Right. Could really do with getting clean paint water. I've still got the stuff I used last week. I have been that busy trying to sort everything out this evening. But we soldier on. Oh, there it is.
For the Emperor, huh?
Yes. Okay. Oh, something fell. That didn't sound good. Oh, it's a remote. It's fine.
Ah, right. Before anything really gets into the talking, brief
yes.
update. There was much snow.
There
An
was.
enormous amount of snow.
There was for some of us.
It's meant to be snowing here tonight. So far, the amount of snow we've had today has been the equivalent to a bizarre attack of the dandruff. But snow watch so far is, let's just say, no snow.
Yeah.
A bit lacking, is it, lads?
Bit lacking,
I think we got all of your snow then. It's,
hold on, I'll have a look outside. Let's open the window.
No, don't! They'll get you!
You fool, you've doomed us all.
Oh man.
Bone dry.
Yeah. It's been trying to snow for like a few times this week. Today it tried a couple of times. Like the clumps of snow were quite big at one point, but it's never gonna stick here. Not in a million years.
It's too warm and moist.
Yeah. I'm being shouted at. Apparently it stuck the other day, but I was in bed when it happened, so.
Oh, no.
That's like saying if a tree falls in the woods, is anyone around to hear it?
Yeah, I like a bit of philosophy. If snow sticks and no one's around to see it, did the snow stick?
Yes. It's the answer.
It's a simple thing. It was there.
Yeah.
Just
As I
not
say,
while you were. This is like the Schrodinger's cat.
universe is this because I can't see it.
Yeah.
And if the universe is so big, why doesn't it fight me? The coward.
Fight me, bitch!
I'm gonna you.
Not you.
Is the dog coming to have a go at you?
No, the missus is. She shouts
Kick your
back
ass,
saying,
Dave.
I will. Yeah. Right, I think that's all my paints I need. Sweet.
She'll smack you up, Dave.
Okay. So are you guys monitoring all? Can you
I
guys
am
see
looking at the
chat?
chats. I am.
Cool. Yeah,
It
last
is all
time
quiet.
I think we're a bit slow on the chat. Apologies, everyone. We'll be better. We'll be better. Oh, I do like this Sentinel. Stuck it together. It's almost painted. Almost. Just little bits that need doing. Right, I just need to just see what I'm doing here. So.
The shock horror about these models is I'm going to have to partially build them before I can really do any proper
Yeah.
painting on them. So I'll get all my silver down, all my lead belcher,
Yeah.
and then I'll actually have to snip them off the sprues.
I'm having to mess around with this camera.
It's just a super zoom on your mustache.
Yeah. So I can zoom in. So I can hold the model further away and zoom in.
Fucking turned around and look at the screen just to see just your mustache, and now it's just.
Da-na-na.
And quality timing, ladies and gentlemen, quality timing. Just a shame you can't see my chops. Because you can only see my horrific skeletal hands.
Horrific. That's a Freudian slip right there. And accurate.
What?
Little horse hands.
I said horrific.
I said horrific.
I also mentioned that it was skeletal hands as well, so
Yes.
that has conjured up an image in my head that I did not want.
Right, so have you guys done anything this week? Played any games? Done anything fun?
The majority of the stuff that I have done this week, other than work, of course, because that is the one necessary evil that we all have.
Yeah.
Um,
It is evil.
Earlier on in the week, I did get some painting done of the Dark Souls stuff.
Oh yes, I see. I saw that. I was there, live.
Indeed.
By the way, Paddy's he paints all sorts. We just do Warhammer here. You mostly Warhammer 40k, but
Warhammer 40k.
yeah. Well, so far only Warhammer 40k. You threatened to do your Bretonians a couple of times, but never acted on it. But yeah, Mr. Badger will paint anything what's made out of plastic and is small.
What needs painting as well.
Yeah.
I have an idea for what's going to come up later on, but for the time being, I need to start actually digging through my Indomitus sets for
Yeah.
40k for the foreseeable future.
I need to get some light on me. There we go. Well lit. Well, there we go. And the camera is not really pointing at where I'm painting. Now it is. Okay, what am I painting here? Backpacks, yes. What are you, Machin? Anything good happened to you this week? Or has it just been work and standard stuff?
Work, chaos.
Chaos!
Anyway, so time for the goddamn news.
Sure.
Goddamn
I need to come up with a jingle for that.
The Super Bowl happened last night.
Oh, the Super Bowl.
Florida won.
Who cares?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The Americans care.
The Kansas Chiefs, or whatever they're called.
Yeah. Apparently the BBC cared this year. They were ramming that shit down your throat.
I don't have TV, so I don't watch TV. So
yeah. Well, I was trying to just
started.
Sorry. Oh yeah, Six Nations has started. Yeah. Wales managed a victory, just about.
Just the most unconvincing victory I've seen in history.
Yeah.
We were awful
against
Ireland.
Yeah, the equivalent of a 10-man side.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to put it in football terms so that I understand. Because
it was very, very bad. But
yeah.
A win's a win, I guess. But
True that. Yeah, I'm the sort of person who wore an England football soccer shirt to a Six Nations game between Wales and England in Wales. The year that we won, that was quite fun.
That was dangerous. That was.
It was, yeah. It was in a student town, so it wasn't that dangerous. But I mean, there was a lot of, you know.
You just get shanked in an alleyway instead.
Yeah, there is a lot of angry Welsh people in that in that town.
Yeah.
Right. So
sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Depends on the time of year, I suppose, doesn't it?
Sure.
Full moon.
Liverpool.
Yeah, having a very bad time without Van Dijk. We can't defend for our lives. And Alisson didn't really help himself yesterday.
Alisson, taking money on the side to be...
Alisson's the secret Man City supporter.
Yeah, because I saw the highlights of that, and...
Yeah, it's not pretty. As a Liverpool fan, it was painful to watch.
It's I think he thought he could dribble. And then...
yeah. Then he realised he was a goalkeeper for a second and went, oh, shit.
Yeah. Panicked, and then hoofed the ball...
straight into the
Man City striker.
Yeah.
Which is very much.
Yeah. It was... I mean, it's the sort of goal you see on, FIFA and Pro Evo a lot.
Yeah. It's the fact he did it twice as well.
Crying yourself.
His confidence was knocked after the first one, and he couldn't hack it.
Yeah, it's no, I can do this. I did it in training.
Yeah. Oh, it's sad.
Just couldn't handle the balls flying towards his face.
All of them sexy balls. Yeah, he had a really bad game. There's no denying that.
1 out of 10 performance.
Yeah.
Okay, Badger. Let's stick this here for the time being.
Shit, where did I start that bit?
Oh, come here, man. Fucking models. Holding on to each other. Ah, yes.
Yes? What?
I realised that what I've done in some instances is with the backpacks. I didn't just do a standard thing of paint the top part blue and leave the bottom section all silvery goodness. No, I went out of my way to paint the bottom section blue as well, just to make my life harder.
Oh dear.
Yes, But at least with these backpacks, they're a bit chunkier, so don't need to worry too much.
Right. So yeah, so that's the sport news done. What else
Yeah.
is happening, do you reckon?
Sports.
I don't think there's been any. Don't think there's been any big video game news this week.
There has been
Oh, has there? Go on.
Warhammer Total War 3.
Oh, Total War
Oh
3,
yeah, I did see. I did see a,
Total War 3,
trailer for that.
They are adding
let's-
in the Kislevites.
Sick. It's got Chaos Demons.
Oh yeah, because they're adding in all 4 of the gods now.
Yeah.
Not just Chaos Marauders. You can pick your poison really.
Yeah, it seems like the game's going to be based around, basically fighting chaos.
Yeah, in the Northern Waste.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting, I suppose, isn't it?
I think it's going to coincide though with, Forge World are releasing Old World range, and I think it's going to, because isn't that supposed to? Aren't they supposed to be starting to like drop stuff for that soon?
Yeah,
So.
I'm sure they'll probably.
Going to be the first army coming from that. So.
Yeah, they'll probably use the game as a marketing campaign. That's what they usually do, innit?
I was going to say, if they're going to do anything with that, they'll probably start releasing things like the Empire and the Kislevites over the Chaos Demons, because the Chaos Demons are, well, they've already got plenty of new and polished models now, especially Slanesh. They eventually gave Slanesh some loving.
Excellent. Did they,
Yeah, so that looks pretty damn cool. So looking forward to seeing the gameplay. My PC would actually be able to run this Total War game, so I'm definitely going to buy it.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure that mine will.
My old PC could struggle with the original Total War.
Yeah.
So I just didn't get Total War 2 because,
Yeah.
Time and effort.
I bought Total War 2. I had a bit of a try of it, but then realised that I really only wanted it for the dwarves, and there wasn't really an option for dwarves.
Total War 2?
Yeah, I mean you can, but in the main campaign, I mean.
Oh yeah, Total War 1 is what you needed for the.
Yeah, I know. I played that. I played that a lot. Unfortunately,
Chaos Dwarves are in the 3rd one.
Okay.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Going back to retro. Going like hobgoblins and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
So yeah, so that's coming at some point, which will be nice.
That'll be nice. We could do a live stream.
Could do.
3 of us playing Total War.
Maybe it'd be a long stream.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But then again, it would be like any kind of grand strategy game, like obviously 3 Kingdoms, Civilization, those sort of things. Would be massive streams.
Yeah,
we could never get into Civ.
Civ is my favourite by far.
Yeah, I think there's like 2 types of people in the world. One who prefers Civ, they prefers Total War. I was always in the Total War camp, but it's like,
you see, if I want to do me grand strategy, I'll play Civ. If I want to play a real time strategy game, I'll play Dawn of War or Command and Conquer. I've never really understood the mix between both, and they're 2 very different moods for me. Like I'm never in the mood to play both at the same time.
I think that's very different because I like having both.
Yeah, I suppose that's it, isn't it? And I like to play Civ on like, a lazy Sunday where I can literally start a new campaign on a medium-sized map, spend the whole day drinking tea, playing Civ, get me nukes out, nuke everyone. It's good. That's a good day for me.
Getting ruined by Gandhi.
Nah, man. Gandhi's a puss.
He'll mess you up, blood.
Nah, I always get the technology before Gandhi, and he's like one of the first ones I try and knock out.
Is that because they kept on with the humorous japes and made him the most aggressive
Yeah.
person in the world?
That is one of the funnest. Like, I think it's on par with cars blowing each other up in GTA 2, I think it was. And they just kept it in all of the games. Like, when a car blows up in GTA 2, it wasn't supposed to detonate other cars near it.
But it did.
Yeah, it did, and they just thought, wow, that's cool. We'll keep that in. Even though it absolutely wouldn't happen in real life.
Well, it would set another car on fire. And then
Maybe.
Well, raining burning petrol on another vehicle would kind of set it on fire. It wouldn't blow up, but
Yeah.
it would be on fire.
Yeah, I think cars blowing up in general is a bit of a unrealistic thing. They'll blow up eventually if you blow them up, but you need explosives. Just a car being on fire wouldn't by itself just blow it up.
Detonate, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that I can say about that is somebody actually set fire to a van outside Mother and Father's good few years ago. And essentially what happened is the only thing that went bang was the tyres.
Yeah.
When they started to melt and rupture, there was just all you heard really was like, thump. And that was it.
Just the air is just decompressing, like, really quickly.
And then
the whole thing with GTA is funny though, because originally they were making like another Mad Taxi game, and then like
you mean Crazy
they
Taxi?
realized like while they were coding it, like the cops were being like super aggressive, and then they thought, oh, let's make the game around that instead and make it more open world, and like it just evolved from there.
And it did start off with quite a ridiculous flavour to it as well.
Yeah.
And
I mean, in fairness, it still has a very ridiculous flavour. It's been toned down a bit to make it more realistic, which is not necessarily a good thing, but
it got to a point where the realism and the humour essentially broke off into Saints Row.
I guess, but I mean,
since GTA 3.
I mean, Saints Row, there is definitely a very large place in my heart for Saints Row.
A ludicrous, over-the-top, glorious place.
Yeah, Saints Row 2 was just glorious. Saints Row the Third, in my opinion, was as good. Pretty much as good. A lot of people will disagree with me on that one, but I really enjoyed Saints Row the Third. Saints Row 4 got a little bit. You never played what? Sorry.
No, I played Saints Row.
Oh well, yeah, it's good. If you enjoy GTA and you're up for a laugh, play Saints Row the Third. Don't bother with 4 because 4 is a bit naff.
4 is 4 the one with the aliens.
Yeah.
That went somewhat.
That went too far.
With the idea of going ridiculous.
Yeah. That one went a bit too far for me. Saints Row 3 is definitely the best one. Like overall, Saints Row 2 was probably for its time better, but aging games and stuff.
Oh yes.
Not necessarily just the graphics, because I know we've already had this conversation, but just
that was last week's discussion.
like just gameplay wise, it's got so many quality of life improvements. Like the humor's not quite as good, but it's just a better game overall. IMO.
Other gaming news.
Oh yeah.
Somebody leaked the GoldenEye HD remake.
Oh yeah.
And it's now free online.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good for anyone who enjoyed that game as a kid.
Yeah, and the upgrade looks really good as well.
Yeah.
I was like, why did they make the game if they were never going to get permission to release it?
Mm.
So like it's really good a remake,
Yeah.
and
That
yeah,
might
they were
have been
going to
a
release
proof
it
of
on the Xbox
concept.
360 marketplace, but never did.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it might have been a proof of concept. I have a feeling that they made the game expecting to get the license again, and then they didn't, and was like,
Yeah, it
oh
wasn't
shit.
proof of concept because all the levels are there.
Mm.
But apparently it was like they couldn't get permission from the movie company who owns the license because they always wanted to make James Bond games with like the current Bond in it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was thinking they've got like a relatively new James Bond sort of on the horizon, I think.
Yeah, so they don't like regressing back to like previous Bonds.
Yeah.
So
It wouldn't have been a big. It wouldn't have been a big thing just to do another just to redo the sprite.
It's just like it's like have some money. It's
Yeah.
like why don't you want this money?
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah. So,
But now they do not have the free cash, and we just have the free.
Mm. So yeah, that's fun. There's been a few leaks the last year or so, hasn't there?
Yeah. So.
Quite a few, especially in the world of retro games. I mean,
Well,
that Nintendo hack.
Because you look at like a 360 game,
Yeah.
the file sizes were never more than like 10 gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part, they were like 3 or 4 gig. So, which is, let's be honest, nothing these days.
It's now it's a fart in the wind for the.
I mean, you do still get the odd, game that's like that big. You don't have many though, I suppose.
No.
You don't have many of them, but the big thing comes down to it when the ones that you do get tend to be 100 times better, more stable, less fucking.
Less code, less instability. That's how it is.
Essentially, they're better on the online, better on the basic gameplay. There's just not a massive amount of stuff that can go wrong, and then you've got these fabulous 400 bloody gig super games.
Yeah.
Where 90% of the 400 gig goes down to animating every single arse hair.
Nice. Well, speaking of many gig games, I played a couple of shooters this week.
Yes, you got the Warzone.
I did. I downloaded Warzone, which is the first Call of Duty I've played since the 9th of November 2010. Very specific date, and that's the date that Call of Duty Black Ops came out. The date I completed Call of Duty Black Ops and took it back to the shop and got my money back.
Because it was bollocks.
It was a whole heap of shit.
2 took back.
No, it was the first Black Ops. So yeah.
No, because I remember playing with you on Black Ops.
Probably on one day. I remember very specifically.
I had a few games of it.
Anyway. So I tried Warzone. I thought, it's going to be a slightly different formula, and I didn't have a terrible time. It wasn't quite as just run around the corner and shoot someone, obviously, because it's a big open world. I enjoyed it. I was playing it with Richard.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a stream. Richard showed me the ropes, told me what all the game modes were, and basically the best ways to play. And yeah, we had a good few games. Came 5th in one of the games that we played in, even though 2 of our teammates had basically buggered off for most of the game. So yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, if you don't have like a bunch of dudes to drop on it with, they will have a tendency to just go away on their own magical adventure.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. It's quite a simple game. Just big map, run around. There's a few different game modes. I quite enjoy the cash grab game mode where you're basically
Plunder.
going around, plunder, which going around looting buildings to find all of the cash you can. You can go rob a bank, all that sort of garbage. And obviously the team with the most amount of money at the end of the game wins. That's a pretty fun game mode. There's a slightly smaller map mode where there's I think there's only like 50 people on it. So there's not that many teams, and it's just a big old mosh pit where you respawn and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And obviously you just got the normal battle royale mode, and then there's one called Armor Charge or something, where
yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
And basically your team has a truck, and you have to keep the truck alive. And as long as the truck is alive, you can respawn. And so you just got these teams in like trucks in like this Mad Max style like road battle. And it's pretty fun.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. So there's that game. And I played I did a stream on Rainbow Six on I think it was Thursday last week. Had a few good games. Won some, lost some. Yeah, it was good. I was trying to run away from Clash. I set up a trap for her, put a claymore outside the door, and then tried to bait Clash into coming out after me. And she did come out after me, but I was standing too close to the claymore, so I blew up.
Well,
and that moment,
yeah,
that moment decided to be the thumbnail on the YouTube video.
Or just you blowing up?
Yeah, just mid blowing up, and my face on it going, ah, fuck.
Maximum disaster.
Yeah. So that was fun. So I'm back on board the first person shooter train. And I've done.
You played it on Xbox or
PC.
PC. I think you can co-op if you're on PC and I'm on Xbox.
You mean crossplay?
Yes, it is.
Is that with
with
Rainbow Six or
Warzone? I know you can do it on Warzone.
Yeah. Because me and Warrich have regularly done it that way.
Yeah.
When I can be asked to play those kind of games, because it takes a lot of effort in my brain to actually go, yeah, I want to do this.
I guess. But yeah, so you can definitely cross play and oh god, I'm trying to get some light here. Right, yeah, I'll try this light way up. There we go. Should be able to see a bit better. There we go. Not sure if you can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, yep, I'm still on camera. That's good. Sort of.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm worrying about with this. I'm sitting here, it's right in my face, and I'm like, am I actually on the cam? Take a quick dickens at the chat, and then be like, oh, yep, I'm still there.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the best, but, you know.
Oh, what can you do?
I need to go out and buy, like, another camera.
Oh, you're going to have multicams?
And just stick it so I can switch between them.
Nice.
Multicam.
Yeah, speaking of chat, our regulars are, I think they're in Richard's stream at the minute, aren't they? He's playing some not Rainbow Six, some Resident Evil.
He's playing Resident Evil 2 with modifications on it.
Nice.
So much so that when I was in the room with him beforehand, before we started the paint stream, he was running around as Rick from Rick and Morty.
Nice.
With the guy from the B movie as his sidekick. So, yeah.
I know he's got a mod that turns the the main bad guy into Shrek, which is funny.
That is always the most amazing one. He just comes running through the wall, and that's it. Mr. X is Mr. Shreks. There you go. Some high quality glory right there.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Right. Oh bloody hell. Yeah, I've been watching some series. I've got on hold of the second season of The Mandalorian, so I've not actually watched that one yet. So that's going to be next week, I think. But this week I've been I watched the first season of The Boys, and I have thoughts.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
Is it good thoughts or questionable thoughts?
Very mixed. Very mixed. So,
Boys is that weird superhero one, isn't it?
yes,
Yeah.
it is very good.
I enjoyed The Boys.
Yeah, I mean, as a show, it's fine. Have you ever read the comics?
No.
That's why I have thoughts, because it's one of my favourite comic books. And they've made some changes I don't agree with. And they reference the changes that they've made, like as in, all right, so I'll go through them. The first one, Wee Huey. Wee Huey should be Scottish.
And he isn't.
No, he's American.
Of course. That's because Americans can't do Scottish accents.
Well, they could have just gotten a Scottish person to do the thing. I mean, they had Simon Buddy Pegg play his dad, so they can very very easily get English people.
Remind me again which one's the faux Scottish one.
Huey, basically the young kid who joins them.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
probably did that because of the audience.
Xenophobic wankers. The second problem, Butcher's dog. Where is Butcher's dog? Where is the dog? I want to know where the dog is, because that is one of the main characters in the show, in the comics,
Comic books.
and he's missing. He is referenced a bunch of times, and you see a dog in one of the episodes as a flashback.
But no actual dog.
I think that's the thing though. Whenever they adapt stuff like that for TV, it's like things have to, sacrifices need to be made.
Not this much though. He's one of the key parts of that show, and the dog is is probably the key comic relief in the comic books, because the dog will take someone down, be lots of violence and shit, and then the dog will just be sitting there humping them, just having full on sex with basically a guy who's just been beat the shit out of.
They probably just thought there's so much going on that they can't fit everything in, to be honest.
They can't just add one bad guy shagging dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have other
Also-
thoughts.
Also, if they're doing it for a sort of mid-teen, because obviously.
Oh no, it's a fully mature show.
Oh yeah, it is. It doesn't bend around, the subject matters are pretty.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure one of the people has an exceptionally long dick that is prehensile.
I'm not going to spoil it, but season 2.
Okay. Anyway, so the other thing I have is I don't understand the show chronologically, because it in terms of the original plot, it kind of doesn't make too much sense.
So
It's almost as if-
when is it set?
Yeah, it's almost as if it's supposed to be a prequel to where the book starts, but the book starts when the show starts, if you get what I mean. So it's sort of like, because the serum, the blue shit that they find. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try and keep it spoiler free as can. But basically, the blue shit that's involved in the main story, they pretty much already know what it is, and they're already, you know, they're already they're already like in progress making it happen at the start of the comic. And the other bit is that there's already foreign like superheroes, and and in the comic book they've been a thing for decades before the story starts. And so there's a part where the boys go over to Russia and meet like a really old Russian, like, you know, Soviet superhero, essentially. Like, you know, basically a superhero from the Soviet era. And he is a
Captain Red.
Yeah, basically, and he's a hilarious character, and it's brilliant.
I wouldn't be
but
surprised if
that's
in season 3.
But it can't be, can it? Because the show is kind of set in modern day, and they've only just had like, you know, and they've only just introduced like superheroes that aren't like American. If you get what I mean.
I think so.
So that can't be the case, because otherwise the whole premise of season 1 kind of falls on its arse. Because if the Russians have had, you know, the blue shit for forever, then season 1 kind of doesn't make sense. So yeah, that's the issue I've got.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Discontinuity.
Yeah, I don't in the comics I don't think that Vought were the sole reason why soups happened, whereas the season 1 seems to make it sound like they are, like they invented soups, whereas in the comic book it's more like soups are there, but Vought sort of figured out how to trigger it.
Yeah, kind of like a genetic marker that they can activate.
Yeah.
While using their blue soup.
Yeah. So basically, in summary, the show sort of feels like a show very, very loosely based on the setting of The Boys, rather than being a retelling of the comic book.
That's fair enough.
Which for me is a shame, because some of the changes they've made I'm not a fan of. Huey should be fucking Scottish, damn it. Because otherwise, what's the point in calling him Wee Huey? Like, they make a reference to his name being Wee Huey in one of the episodes in season 1, where the Frenchman calls him Petite Huey, and he's like, why'd you keep calling me that, Frenchie? I'm 6'2". And, you know, and I was like, that's the referencing his name in the comic. That's cool. And then it just made me feel sad that he wasn't Scottish again. So, yeah.
You sit there and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
It would have been more humorous if he had actually been the Scottish.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think the show is quite well done. It's very nicely filmed. It's quite nicely told in its own way. And I suppose the fact that it's basically ignoring the comic books from very early on means that I'm not going to know where it's going. So that's not necessarily a bad thing at all, is it?
No.
So
it'll give you some surprises from all those people who have actually read the books and things like that. They'll be like, wait a second, this didn't happen this way.
Exactly. So,
and then you'll end up with the two parties of one bunch who will see it, nod and go, yeah, I like the way that they did that. That's a nice retelling of that point.
Yeah.
And then the second party who will just start lighting torches and raising pitchforks and
so
going.
Yeah, in general, I'm not 100% disappointed. There is some disappointment there. I would so far give it an 8 out of 10.
That's
Very,
pretty good.
very, very good. Could be
I mean,
slightly
that's
better.
what I'd probably give it as well.
Yeah. As a show itself, on its own, it's an 8. Part of me wants to give it a little bit lower, but that's just the part of me that wants Wee Huey to be Scottish.
So season 2, it like starts off slow. But
Let's keep it real spoiler-free, man.
yeah, but when it gets off, it's good.
Okay.
So yeah, let's just say I don't normally follow like trends that often on TV,
Yeah.
but with this one, I
You made an exception.
Actually giving you something to
I
enjoy
actually
and look
did
forward to.
sat down and watched it and enjoyed it. So
Very nice. So yeah, not bad.
Machin and Dave's seal of moderate approval.
Yes. With caveats,
yeah, I really
caveats for
liked
me.
it, the boys.
Yeah.
This is why I said it's a seal of moderate approval.
Yes. The yeah, there's a few things like there's a few like story beats that they keep, like the way that they kill one of the mains, one of the 7. They kill one of the 7,
Yeah.
and the way they kill him is the way that they kill him in the book.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good. But there's just a few tweaks that they made. I just don't like. Just don't agree with it. Don't agree with it. Right.
Speaking of books and things,
Oh, books and things.
since you have essentially kind of led me into this straight from your description of the books and the comics.
Oh yeah.
Recently, I was getting like a lot of, targeted ads and shit on Facebook walls and shit like that.
Sometimes they get you right.
Yeah.
Well, the one that they did was like a book series called Metal Warrior.
Okay.
It's still being written technically,
Yeah.
but I thought, you know what, I've got my little Kindle thing here. I'll have a go and I'll see what it's like.
As you
And
do.
it's a good old sort of. I mean, each book is around about 150 to 200 pages long,
Okay.
so they're not massive books.
Nice and quick. We like that.
And essentially, it is your derpy, dumb Starship Trooper kind of setup.
Cool.
Sort of aliens are attempting an invasion where using a disease that essentially cripples the populace, and you're the main character.
How current?
Pretty futuristic. There are like robot wrestling matches, so where they get dressed up in big mech suits and punch the shit out of each other. This is where it starts off. So it starts off in a big sort of robot wrestling match. And then shit goes down, and there's a big attack, and he gets dug out of his suit. Well, he gets dug out of his wrestling suit.
Yeah.
He's in the hospital, and he's told, right, you've been infected with this bollocks. We'll give you one chance to, get revenge. And it works from there. And they kind of give him a sort of antigen that holds off the virus in his system, and he becomes essentially a space marine.
Oh damn.
And they're really, really nice short sort of stories out of it. I've got 4 of the books. There's another one coming out in like March.
Yeah.
And essentially between every single book is like a slight time jump. Not very long, maybe like a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And it all sort of, it's self-explanatory to how they got to the position they're in at the beginning of the next book.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't leave you like completely in the
dark about
in the
shit.
dark. But I can honestly say that the marketplace and the targeted adverts actually did kind of get it right
Nice.
this time round, and I am enjoying
There's
reading.
marketing teams there. Yeah, they know what they're doing these days, don't they?
I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, most of the targeted ad stuff is outsourced into AI at this point.
Now the thing is that it originally got it down in the advert and the description as what I had assumed like the next level mech warrior kind of story, but not. But it's not mech warrior. It's not the BattleTech universe. It's a completely separate universe in its own right. So they sort of lured me in with that,
Mm-hmm.
and then went, "Oh no, it's not mech warrior." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" But
Bait and switch.
it was still good. So
Nice.
I can't complain.
I
If
do
I want
love
to grab,
finding shit like that.
yeah, if I want to grab some of the actual BattleTech books, I can grab some of those BattleTech books as well. And I can enjoy the multiple different worlds.
Excellent.
So, the face. I'm gonna paint this face. This is why I put all my Solar Auxilia have helmets on. I hate them.
I despise painting skin as much as the fact that I hope.
Every model in my army has a mask. A helmet on because it's common sense. You wear a helmet as part of your armor. It's got all the cool shit in it. Space Marines that helmets on, really.
Well, I can't complain because I essentially bought the Imperial Guard, and they pretty much just have, cooking pots on their head. So
True, but that's guardsmen are just expendable, so it's like.
Oh yeah, I don't want to spend money like protecting them boys. What's
Like,
the point?
I saw somewhere it was like the average life expectancy for a Russian soldier at Stalingrad was 24 hours.
Yeah,
Fuck.
because it was such a horrific
And
meat grinder.
that's like the Imperial Guard right there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throw more bodies at the
You
enemy.
know, it's like.
Yeah, Imperial Guard is definitely like Soviet army based.
Well,
Commissars and
British-
shit.
British like, Allied armies in World War One would know better.
True.
You know what I mean? It was like,
Just daylight charge over the minefield. Yes, sir. Into the machine gun nests. What? For King and
Yes.
Country.
Sir, they've got machine guns. We'll charge your horses at them.
Nonsense.
hi old silver. Away.
Our horses are bulletproof.
That is actually something that I do look into in history. One of my favourite sort of parts of history is the whole situation around the Crimean War and the charge of the Light Brigade, the last use of cavalry in modern warfare.
Yeah.
Essentially, walk into the valley of the shadow of death, fear no evil, and they did it under false orders, essentially. And it was only because the generals in charge decided that cavalry were no longer useful since there was cannons and guns. And
You say that though, but they were still being used in World War One.
they were, but they were being used mostly as couriers, spotters, and artillery.
So
They're-
they would use cavalry whenever there were breakthroughs. There was still a giant mantra in World War One that cavalry would win the day. Like, the fucking the generals were morons. World War One generals were morons.
Yeah, this is what it ended up boiling down to. If
Lions led by goats.
And for the most part, it's only recently that the British military's generals haven't been incompetent and generally conservative and embracing new ideas.
yeah,
I'd say really it wasn't like the Falklands was the first time where it was actually common sense,
let us use the smarts that we're supposed to have. Just do the thing, and oh wait, it worked. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
Very useless.
The enemy's range seems to be less than our range. Let's park our boats just out of their range and fire the shit out of them.
What was that film, 1917? And it was like, oh, you gotta stop the message, which would accidentally send these troops over the top. The reality is, they wouldn't have given a rat's ass.
No.
Like, oh, only 1,000, whatever.
1,000 scumbags.
Admin error.
Yeah, this is the thing. If the generals had actually taken time to use the cavalry in the right way, they would have completely obliterated the cannon lines. Because horses and cavalry's greatest benefit.
By World War I, cannons were just like cavalry was rubbish. You just got machine guns and they just get mowed down straight away.
No, machine guns, yes. But this was like back in the Crimean War before.
It's kind of like that moment in Civilization when you finally get the tech upgrade for like cannons and like musketmen, and then all of a sudden people try to charge at you and you're like, no! How about, fuck you? You're gonna die? What?
British colonialism in a nutshell.
Pretty much.
What ho, chaps. What ho.
Oh dear.
Okay, I highlighted the face. Looks a lot better now.
Very nice.
So, I would like to do more with the axe.
No one's
but
stopping you.
I'm just going to douse it in blood anyway, so...
Okay. I overestimate the amount of paint I need all the fucking time. Okay. Yeah, a little dab of red there for the eyeball. All the accents are done.
Yeah.
You know what? I might as well do the accents for the rest of these. Use the paint I've got.
Right. So
I don't need to be quite sloppy here. Yeah, Badger. How's yours getting on?
Mine. I'm gonna start sticking the first one together.
Very nice.
If I'm lucky enough, I could get 3 of them sticky taped to. Well, I say sticky taped. 3 of them attached.
Nice.
That's if. I'm probably gonna only maybe end up getting 2 of them sorted because these ones are awkward. Because they're obviously the clipped together ones.
Yeah.
So you've got to be very, very careful what you stick together first. Yeah. Because the heads, if I bring this boy up...
Is it one of those ones where, like, if you stick something to something before you stick something else, you won't have room to stick the other thing?
Well, it's got to put a plunger on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
So I've got to be careful what I'm attaching first. But luckily, for the most part, I can stick this guy together. I hope this is his front. Excellent. It is. Luckily, these particular easy build models are way, way better than some of the other ones, purely because they actually fit properly. Whereas a lot of the other...
Back in the day, easy build was metal. And
to be honest,
everyone knows what I think about metal.
the easy builds were essentially the guys with the guns stuck to their front.
Yes.
Attached via the nipples.
Oh, those like £6 kits you could get.
Yeah, £6. There's a squad of like...
They still got those. Cadia models are still pretty much push.
Well, you do have the push together ones as well as the
so I'm just waiting for this to
multiple part kits.
Nice.
So I just leave it brass coloured axe because I'm going to put a load of blood on it anyway.
If you're putting blood on it, I wouldn't necessarily think that you have to to do anything to that, really, because you don't want too many colours. So you're just watering down the effect, aren't you?
Yeah, that's true. It is just going to be a big. So basically, the inspiration for this is a jetpack lord with Gorefather, which is
A nice tasty axe.
One of the cheapest relics you can get.
Nice.
It's like the Corn Space Marine starter pack.
Pretty much. And it only costs 1 point because it's a chain axe upgrade. So this relic does, I think it was +2 strength, -2 or 3 AP, and 3 damage, and any 6s to wounds do an extra D3 damage.
Ooh, yeah.
Mortal wounds, but you're -1 to hit.
Okay.
So you hit 3+.
So essentially, your dude's just swinging it like a psychopath, which is it's Corn in a nutshell, really.
Pretty much.
But when you're re-rolling ones anyway,
Yeah, you don't really care.
Yeah.
That's so
Hope for the
corny.
best. Hope for the best, and maybe you'll get like 2 or 3 extra hits out and out.
Yeah, you don't want to let that bugger get near you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good relic upgrade, and if for all naught of you World Eater players out there, get that sword, axe, because it is the tits.
Very nice.
And plus, if you have it on the jump pack lord, you just sort of like going.
You can get close super quick.
And the reason why I did it left arm like that is because I didn't know whether or not to give him a lightning claw or combi melter. So I thought, why not just put a combi bolter on his claw? So I
You're going a bit Abaddon with the spoiler there.
pretty much, yeah. So,
I mean, yeah, why not indeed? Oh, right. Okay, so that's his little feet. Sort of nearly done. Need to get his hooves whitened. I need to wait for that paint to dry whilst he does that. And then I can start sticking the fucker together. I might even have time to do 2 boys tonight.
The horror.
I know. I'm starting to get the hang of it.
That's the thing. Once you get your method down,
yeah.
you can just crank them out quite happily. I mean, this is how I get a lot of my Imperial Guard painted. I've got a very, very simple method of painting them.
Yeah. Man, I'll need to get another box of Firewarriors soon.
Would you ever consider buying anything from Forge World?
That's the kind of thing that you get when your army is like in a comfortable position. You want a nice big centerpiece or something frilly.
I think I might. But it would depend on what it is.
If you're going to say the manta ray, right, then that's probably a no.
If you bought the manta ray, I'll set fire to your house. You know, because that's the ultimate cod battered fish and chip combo, you know what I mean? That's with all the vinegar, like with a bottle of
Mushroom
vinegar
peas.
and a whole tube of salt. You know.
I don't know.
I have to question our friendship, to be honest.
No, to be honest, if I was going to go get some Forge World stuff, I'd probably think about getting some of the Imperial Guard tanky boys.
Yeah, the
I do
Malcador.
like the Malcador tank, the Infernus tank.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a giant flamethrower.
Yeah.
I love the concept. It's just like it's a tank, and it's even got like behind it the fuel. So
Yeah,
it's
got like a massive fucking fuel canister on. Is that the one with the on the trailer?
Yeah, it's like the trailer behind it. So it's like the tank with the giant flamethrower on the trailer behind it.
Nice.
You know? I would get that because I do love my Solar Auxilia, and I am sort of turning towards Guard now because You know, I got 1,000 points of Space Marines. Probably 1,200 points of Space Marines now.
You just got to get yourself roughly like 5,000 points of Imperial Guard.
But
and then that's just a single detachment.
Stuff which I really like, and damn, they're expensive. But they're so cool.
Yeah. I mean, the thing for me is, Forge World, I don't know, they're over expensive compared to, you know, just the standard models, and that's compared to like fucking Games Workshop prices, which is ridiculous anyway.
An elite, you know, not elite, sorry, but an expensive hobby.
Yeah. I might pick up like a couple of like different types of commissars, because I want my Imperial Guard army to be commissar heavy. I want a commissar in every squad, and I want the commissars to be different. And you can only get one commissar model at the minute, so.
Yeah, you've essentially got to go online and order the different flavour of commissar.
Yeah. I've seen a few. I can pick a couple of them up for like £7-8 if I wanted to. There's a I can get the one that you got, Paddy.
The one with the book and the power fist.
Yeah. There's one that's got like even more cleavage than the one you've got, Paddy, and she's got 2 power fists. So I'm just gonna say, Fisto the commissar.
2 power fists.
She's gonna fist you. Dun 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 dun.
All I can think of is the old picture of the Angry Marines where he's got power feet.
Power feet.
It's just got for kicking those fucks in the balls written underneath the picture.
Basically got Dr. Martens on. Or New Rocks. Oh man,
Well,
remember New Rocks? I know you remember New Rocks, Badger, because you had some, didn't you?
I've got 2 pairs of New Rocks.
I got a pair as well.
Oh, I never owned any New Rocks. And I was a big fat musher.
Yeah, but you're a Doc Martin person.
I mean, to be honest, I only owned my first set of Doc Martens like after uni, I think.
Same with me. Like, I owned a pair of New Rocks before I owned a pair of Doc Martens.
Yeah, I think I was my sort of martial look was more sort of Iron Maiden Converse jeans and like just sweaty t-shirt.
Mine was like grungy almost.
Yeah.
Whereas mine was more gothy.
Yeah.
Although
I had the hat and big coat and all that shit.
Oh, and the hat. Oh, the hat. Do you want to tell the ladies and gentlemen what happened to the hat?
The original hat. I have a secondary hat. Fucking bastards nicked it. Bunch of twats.
Oh, I've had that hat.
So he was having a piss inside one of the cubicles in one of the clubs, weren't you?
I wasn't having it. No, this was when somebody nicked my glasses off my face and they got broken. The hat is a different story. The hat is a story where somebody said, "Can I try it on?" And then when they did, they just ran down the street.
Oh.
And legged it like a fucking.
So was it your glasses that got binned into the urinal?
Yes. They got damaged and binned into the toilet.
Oh, that's not fun.
I had smashed pissy glasses and
piss vision.
I see what other people have never seen.
Pissy vision. Pissy vision.
Yeah. Essentially, you're.
Oh man, I mean, looking back now, like the style I had in uni.
What style?
Not good.
Oh, there you go. There's one. Badger has completed one model. That looks awesome.
Join me, brother. Join me.
Eradicated. It's like, what's that you say? We're going to give you a melter gun. Yes, please. Charge the enemy's heaviest armor. And we'll do it without question.
Brother, I've been hurt.
Brother, I am pinned here.
I'm pinned here.
Brother.
I am pinned here.
It's a Bane blade.
It is the Bane blade.
Brother, I've been hurt.
I need to get in touch with that guy. I can't remember what Gary's mod guy or something. I think his name's called. But yeah, I need to get in touch with him and say, can I use that song as the intro to this, please? Because I'd love that.
Yeah, but imagine how disappointed you'd be if he said no.
Well, I know he's going to say no, so shh.
Brother,
I'm preparing myself for the no, so that if he says yes, I'll be like, yeah.
So, how's chatter looking?
quiet.
It's
Quiet
nice and
as the
quiet
grave.
today. I feel like people are in Richard's stream at the moment.
Fast.
I know. He had to stream on a Monday night, didn't he?
Yeah.
He may end up raiding here soon, but don't worry. We do this for the fun of it and for the chat.
We just gotta keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah,
Sick pants.
indeed. To be honest, the last couple of streams for me have been quite quiet. I had Mevin on Saturday's stream, but yesterday's stream pretty dead. So I don't know.
Like that sometimes.
Has an algorithm buried me? I don't know. My average views sort of goes up and down depending on the week.
Okay, I got an idea. Get some views.
What's that?
So we need to get a cleavage out. So that should give us a few hundred.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Sign up to my OnlyFans.
I actually know someone who's got an OnlyFans. But it's not a joke one either. It's a proper one.
What?
Someone I know.
Would we know her?
DM.
It's not a her.
Would we know him?
No, you wouldn't.
Okay.
It would be a particularly interesting thing if it was a certain bald Yorkshire man that we know. That would be amazing.
I don't think that'd be quite his style.
It's not his cup of tea, that.
No.
As liberal as he is, I don't think he'd...
I think a cup of tea is more his cup of tea.
Yeah. And, you know, let's just say he's got the money. He's got the money to live a healthy, comfortable, vanilla life.
Vanilla life.
I have seen a few Twitch streams which is just this lass and her dog answering questions.
Okay.
So for like a good hour and a half or so, they're just petting the dog and answering questions. So you could just be him answering questions while drinking tea.
The most important paint-for-corn player? For the Blood God.
Beige.
Beige for the beige
known
god.
as How to get rid of mistakes.
How to get rid of
Blood for the Blood God.
all
It's like
of the
the best
mistakes.
thing that ever happened to World Eater Armies.
I guess that is something that I did see on like a few like Instagram models which pop up. Is there's like the Carcharodons, which are essentially sort of loyalist corn berserkers, pretty much.
Oh, those shark.
Yeah, the shark based
Marines.
marine.
I don't like that. I think that's a silly. Like, I'll be honest with you now. I think space wolves is a silly concept.
I think giant
Wolves in space.
it's like Vikings in space essentially. It's
Yeah.
giant space Vikings.
But I mean, it's like, you know, with animal features, it just seems a bit daft.
Yeah.
And
But,
I think, you know, it's like Sharknado Space Marines.
Yep. And essentially it's either the Carcharodons or the World Eaters from the 30k, the old style. And they're just absolutely splattered with like the blood effect. And it just... most of them, it's done in a good way, where it's only like maybe the hands, and there's like a tiny splatter on the face, and maybe a bit of the legs and the shins. But there was like 2 or 3 of them where it was essentially just the guys covered in jam. It's like you're a bit too slap happy there, Chief. Just hold back. Like, he'd obviously spent a lot of time painting the model underneath, because you could see like the flashes of colour beneath it.
Yeah.
But it was just, it just ruined the model, to be honest. It was too much.
Yeah, but I don't like the sharp moons. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
actually, I take it back. I don't mind space rules, but again, it's just like there's that whole Viking thing going on at the moment, and it just really annoys me. It's just like,
How dare something be popular?
exactly.
Dare
How
you?
dare things I don't really like become popular. Grrr, I'm turning into a boomer.
No,
Shakes first.
I don't like it, so it shouldn't be right.
If you don't like it, you can move to another country. But yeah, so
Right, I'm just sticking this tower boy together. Try
I
and
mean, there are
clip
some
off.
things in that particular model line with the Space Wolves which I think are a bit tongue-in-cheek, essentially.
Yeah.
I think it's Logan Grimnar's wolf chariot thing.
yeah.
The model was perfectly fine, but now he's got a hover chariot. It's like,
Yeah.
fucking what you doing?
Like the weather outside is right.
That's it. He's badass.
No,
That's what he is.
it's
Angry Santa.
He's coming to fuck you up. There is no good or bad boys.
Logan Close coming to town.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the worst models GW ever released because it's just so stupid. Like, if that was a Kislev model, fine. You
Yes.
know, put some wheels on it. That's a nice Kislev chariot. But a Space Wolf chariot.
It's it's just like
And
never.
that's like never take Space Wolves seriously. It's just like you got the Father Christmas model.
And then they're just two riding dogs anyway.
Papa Crim
Consider
Crim.
your serious. Oh.
The other two models which I have a similar dislike for, purely because they look, honestly, they look dumb as fuck, is Inquisitor Karamazov, or whatever it is, who is essentially sitting on a giant throne with legs. That just walks
I
forward.
like the model.
I like the
yeah,
character, but the model just looks a bit poo.
I think the way he's modelled on it, like, it's like, because it's like casting judgment.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool.
Oh, fuck, my arms are coming off here.
So I like that. But I can see if people don't like it, that's fair enough.
Yeah. The other model is actually quite a recent model, and it is the Doom pulpit. Sisters of Battle fucking floating altar with the flamethrowers on the bottom of it.
I haven't
Badass.
seen that one.
Yeah, you need to check that out. It's something particularly special.
I'm not sure whether the gun posing on this model, it looks a bit derpy or. What do you
If
think?
it's a town, they're always going to look dirty.
Yeah, I'm trying desperately to make this like actually show.
That doesn't actually look that bad, Dave.
Yeah, it's like he's pointing it sort of downwards, like it's a sort of resting pose.
Yeah.
Like even when I'm trying to do the zoom in, it still doesn't focus. Like all right, let's put it right next to me fucking boobs.
So there's a easy painting tip for Tau, and you can actually just use something in the kitchen.
If you make a fish reference, you are wrong because they are goat people, not fish people.
So after you've sprayed them, what you do is you put them in the slow thing to batter them, and that way then you take them out, and you got your Tau army ready, and it's battered.
My Tau army will batter your Chaos army.
Sorry, Dave, I don't talk fish.
Well, you won't even reach us. Bollocks.
Dave, my mum could get into close combat with your army and beat it.
Shit, I've just dropped something. I think that's it, is it? Yes, it is. Shoulder pad.
Okay, I have bloodied the axe. There's some bloody there. Let's see if I can get a zoom on it.
We need like
I'm gonna post a picture of it now.
nice.
In chat.
That's a good point. I think we're probably just gonna have to keep using the chat function.
Yeah.
Right, let's get this shoulder pad on.
Let's get this shoulder pad on the roll. On the roll? On a roll.
Oh fuck a duck! That's not staying on very well, is it?
Okay, so that's been
There
posted.
you go.
Much science.
I love the shoulder pads on Tau so much.
It's just because there's one giant, like, shield arm.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks cool to me. Right, let's see if I can get the chat up. Okay. Paint Club. Let's get that photo up. Okay, and then we go to the WhatsApp screen, and there you go. You can see the little boy there. Check him out. There he
He is
is.
some sweet dude. Oh, fuck. Nearly dropped that.
Nice. Very nice indeed, sir.
Thank you.
Let me just move that out of the way, because you're getting covered by a little black square.
And finally, after so much hassle in getting all the bits needed for it, you've actually got them done.
Excellent. Right, so that's all the parts of this sprue, I believe. Oh no, there's a little earplug thingamajig, little
Yes,
ear tenor,
fantastic.
which is so small, and I've just managed to catch as it's clipped off.
Nice.
Fires off into the distance.
Ping.
Never to be seen again.
Okay, so let's just keep that there on that nice white box so I can see exactly where it is. And then just the backpack and the head to come off the sprue now.
And don't forget the little red highlights.
I'm going to do final highlights then on the base and do the trim around the base.
Buttery
And
biscuit
then-
this.
That will be it
Very
for
nice.
my Chaos Rules.
Yeah, I did the red highlights before it came off the sprue this time. I'm actually organised today.
And due to popular demand, I will be painting the Solar Auxilia from later tonight to whenever I complete all 20 of them.
Nice. How much
now
was
I'm
that set?
paint them.
How much was the set of 20?
70 quid.
That's too
That's
much.
why-
That's
yeah,
too
I could
much.
never do an army as much as I want to.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
But I do get my bonus in July, so
Yeah, I suppose.
maybe I'm a cheeky squad.
It mitigates the horrible stinging pain of having to throw 7 quid out for a single squad of dudes.
Yeah. But, 70 quid, you could get like a whole box set for that.
Exactly.
Technically, it's like two squads of dudes if you take into account that most limits are now 10.
Yeah.
But you could use them. Do they still have like those commando guardsmen? What
They
are
have
called?
veterans. You can use them as veteran squads.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what they are. They're just veterans, you know. So
Like
just-
real veterans, like they've been going for like what,
Yeah, they've been
10,000
going
years.
Yeah.
So that's where I see it. It's just like because I think I would really love it if GW upgraded the KD range, or just upgraded the guard range so they had like, better models.
I think a lot of people are pining, or at least the vast quantity of memes that I have seen are people pining for something that isn't Space Marines for upgrades, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Most notably for orcs.
I'm actually quite happy with the guard models, to be honest. I'm a huge guard fan, boy, and I do like the just the basic like regimental sort of armor plating at the front, and I don't know. I've got no problem with the models. Maybe a bit of variety in the packs, you know what I mean? So you can do more with the posing. But other than that, I'm quite happy with it. Right. And the thing at the bottom.
I think with my Imperial Guard, I made 2 veteran squads. But what I used for the veteran squads is I used a lot of the stuff out of the command squad box. So there's like a whole heap of different heads in there, and there's like different weapons and all that stuff.
Nice.
So I've got a bunch of guys, and I say I converted them. All I did was essentially snip the ends off the las guns and class them as shotguns, because the las gun kind of does have a generic body of the weapon used to do it. Actually, give me for a moment. I'll wash this brush off.
Very good.
And I can.
What do you think, Santa? Can't really see it very well.
Oof.
That's very rare. Very blurry, but yeah. Oh shit! Oof! Nearly dropped a load of super glue on the fucking desk.
Have you had the known oil accident yet?
No, not yet. That's next. The known oil stage is almost upon me.
I'll tell you what, that hurts.
Oh.
That hurt. When you spill an oil, you go through like 7 stages of like grief.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna try to zoom in with the. Hang on. Move the camera a bit. Ooh. There he is. So that's sort of how the pose has turned out. It's not too bad, is it? You're just sort of chilling. But God damn it, Paddy! I wish my camera is very HD, but it just will not focus. Like, look, it focuses. Fine. It focuses all right on my hands.
Pasty ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've sort of used like a lot of the components from other sets, like the heavy weapons set and all that stuff, to give my veterans their different looks and appearances. So that's something that is possible. You've just got to keep a hold of all your sprues from your other model sets.
Yeah, just messing around with the contrast settings and stuff. You can't really see.
Yeah.
That's just annoying. I've got a nice camera, and you can see my derpy face all right, but.
Do you have it set to the landscape view?
I've got it on the standard and widescreen, and I've currently got it on standard. If I put it on widescreen, it doesn't really do anything on this, but it makes it wider, obviously. But yeah, I need it to focus on this model here. There's not even in the settings. I can't see like a focus point or anything.
See, what I had in the settings for mine is on the auto zoom.
Yeah.
If you disabled the auto zoom, you had a slider underneath it, which went from essentially landscape, sort of like long distance, to like a close up
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find another piece of software because I've gotten this one from like the Logitech one, so I can zoom in and stuff. But it's just, yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. Right, let's tidy up.
Talk about them.
Huh?
Technicalities. Let's not talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the with the Imperial Guards and that,
And that.
they can survive a little longer without a polish,
Yeah.
but it's there are much more.
There are armies
sort
that
of-
need it a lot more.
Yeah, there are longer suffering armies.
Yeah.
As I made mention, the orcs really do need a bit of fluff. I know they got Gazgol, like a brand new Gazgol model, but
Mhm.
one Gazgol does not make a orc horde.
True that.
Da boys.
It's a
With
horde
them.
army, yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's plenty of people out there who would love an updated Tyranid roster.
Well, yeah. Anyone who collects Tyranids, yeah.
Because I
Tyranids just.
think the last Tyranid upgraded models we got were the like the horror specs
Hmm.
and the Malceptors. So like big monstrous creatures, but not the standard spots.
Yeah. I think that you could definitely do with an upgrade on the general population armies. Not necessarily, yeah. I don't know.
Even if it was just a case that you got a brand new troop choice like box set.
Hmm.
It's like a brand new Imperial Guardsman box set, a brand new Gaunt box set, you know, an Orc Boys box set. Just something that'll, you know, tide people over.
Yeah.
I think if I was to do a guards army, I'd want. What was it? The firstborn guard? What are they
Oh,
called?
the Australians.
Yeah, them.
Oh right.
With the
Okay.
cool hats and stuff.
Even more Russian than the Valhallans.
Yeah, that would be my like guard army because
Yeah, they do
Why
look
they let
really
people-
fucking good though.
they got a cool backstory, and part of me would rather guards have that sort of. I know this phrase is born to death, but more of a steampunk aesthetic.
Hmm.
You know, sort of that Victorian sci-fi twist. You know.
I think that's
Yeah.
actually what the Skitari legions are, though. I mean, I know it
Yeah,
was
exactly.
pretty decent with some of the older style Imperial Guard regiments, like the Mordian Iron Guard and obviously the Vostroyans, the Valhallans.
Yeah, I kind of like that look, and it's a nice aesthetic.
Yeah.
Pleasing to my eye. So
I've always
that would be-
seen like Imperial Guard as more like a sort of shambolic like ragtag militia. Essentially, on most worlds, that's basically what they are.
That's
Well,
what
it's like Planetary Defense Force, which is just
Yeah.
constant.
You're just a bunch of lads who've just been given standard uniforms and told to go shoot some Xenos.
I guess it'd be cool if you had that, like, better differentiate, like, so you have like the standard PDF, and then you've actually got like the ones that go around in expedition fleets and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's what the veterans are, isn't it?
Yeah, the ones with the berets.
Yeah, they're the ones that aren't the ragtag militia. They're the boys who've been in wars, and they know how to fight.
I've seen things.
Yeah, I guess I just don't like the look of them.
Well, you do have the Tempestus Scions kind of range, which is sort of what the old. I think that's essentially what the old Cassican models turned into.
Hmm.
Because they're like veterans of veterans, because they get all the hell guns and shit like that.
All the tasty toys.
Yep.
here we go.
I've unsheathed my model.
Unsheathed. Do you mean taking it off its little plinth?
Pretty much, yes. Unsheathed!
Right, I'm so close to the point where I can start oiling it. I just need to make one tidy up with the XV. Well, I painted a little bit of one of the knee pads. Ooh-rah. Happy days.
Ooh, something I can have a word about
Go on then.
as well again. I saw recently the trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that. I thought that was a joke at first, and then it was like, oh, that's a real thing. It's like,
I mean, they're just remaking the old Japanese one, aren't they?
Well, not particularly. It's all part of the newer MonsterVerse kind of thing. So it leads on from Godzilla King of the Monsters, where he bit the shit out of Ghidorah.
Mm.
But I've actually spent a lot of time recently, when I've gotten back from work and all that, just watching your videos on all of the monsters and the creatures and that. Some of them are particularly interesting to take note of.
Oh yeah.
That not all of them are actually, assholes. Only some of them are.
Yeah.
And a vast quantity of the actual creatures themselves have got it written into their lore that they're actually really, really good for the planet. They're just very, very bad for humans.
I mean, I think that's the general point of Godzilla. Godzilla's supposed to be basically a force of nature to punish humanity for basically letting off nukes and destroying the climate. So Godzilla's actually the good guy in the Godzilla stories.
Yeah, the lore videos go into more detail on how they help the planet rather than just they is smushing the humans, they is the good guys.
Yeah. Kill the humans.
I wish there was a movie about a Baneblade.
Just about just a Baneblade, or like,
It's a Baneblade, just
or
like,
a combat involving a Baneblade.
but the Baneblade's killing everyone in the Marvel universe.
Oh, okay.
I hate those films so much.
Baneblade versus 4 or something.
Fan fictions.
But it's like chasing them down with like a B-movie horror house, and so you see all these like people pretending to be Iron Man in bad costumes being chased by this giant CGI Baneblade.
And just they have to shout, "It is the Baneblade!" constantly.
Yeah, like it bursts through the door. All you hear is, "It's a Baneblade!" It's like running them over.
I have to say, I would definitely watch that if it happened. Directed by Chris Machin.
And like, they're doing those director interviews and wearing a beret. Like,
Backwards. Because him.
like, yeah, in this scene we got the lighting using an iPhone.
We lit 20 tea lights to get the ambience that we required.
Yeah, so this scene here, it tells a political story about how a mother was sold into the slave trade, and
The Baneblade's mother turned vegan and forced him to eat unnecessary quantities of avocados.
yes,
And that fuels his rage against the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you see.
it's all about avocados, really. I mean, when people put avocados on toast, that's just too much.
Hey
They're just
there,
taking it too far.
The painting is going well.
Oh, hello, Daddy. How's it going?
You're the first one in the room, good sir.
Yes, you are. We've been
Oh,
painting for a while. We don't do it for the fame, the views.
Although that would be nice.
Glory!
Yeah, I'm doing it just
isn't
because I
that
need to paint
like
some
when
shit.
they end up like going viral. Like,
Yeah,
Gigantic.
I think the only viral will be going is fucking COVID if one of us catches it. Though I will still be here if I do have it. Still painting. I'll just mute my mic so you can't fucking hear me coughing me guts out.
Grandfather Nurgle.
Now the painting's going alright. Although I can't really, unfortunately, show you very much. You need to be painting your nips to go viral. All three of you. Too true, Daddy, too true.
someone that used to be in a band with has got COVID.
Oh, is he?
I thought you were going to say somebody I used to be in a band with that's got painted nips.
Well, that too.
Yeah, he's not.
Well, that's not good.
Not been too well. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah,
so,
shit. I hope he gets better for you, man.
Okay.
But,
I didn't get on with him that well. I did sometimes, but you know.
yeah, but
Yeah.
band people can be
Go on,
cunts sometimes, but
yeah.
you know, you don't wish that shit on them.
Shout out to Mike. Around soon.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I don't think. I think the only person I actually still know who I used to be in any bands with is probably my mate Mark, the drummer who got me basically into the bands that I went into. There's Josh, but I haven't spoken to him in years, man, which is sad. I went through an old hard drive and found Josh and the Balls. The classiness that is.
I need to dig it out, but I still have that CD, Dave.
Yeah, man.
I've
That
got
that will
the-
never be played online. I'm just gonna
Yeah, I've got
just
the
saying that.
Christmas mixtape, and let's just say,
Instant Twitch feed. Just
Yeah,
come up, type something into some Belendu.
Belendo.
let's just say,
Belendo. Yeah, it's not safe for it's not safe for even Twitch. It's I think at the time we were deliberately trying to offend as many people as we could because we were trying to be edgy, but we were just stupid and young.
Yeah, well, it was 2000.
And something. Probably 2010 actually.
It was pretty close to the end.
Yeah, the end of the world.
When we left education and entered the real world. Dun, dun, dun.
Not the real world.
That's the scariest motherfucking thing I can think of.
Right, I am getting to the point where I just need to highlight and then I have done one. Yay!
Glorious, glorious.
Yes.
Goes this.
Okay, just need this normal oil to, like, dry. Cool beans. I think the missus has got the back door open because it's just started getting chilly.
Cool beans.
My beans are becoming cool.
You have some beans.
That need chilling. Right, so. Second nearly done.
Oh, damn it, man. Paddy's painting like 2 in the space it takes me to do 1.
Yeah, but Dave, think of it this way. I am essentially painting, you know, the simplest paint scheme in the 40k universe.
Yeah, it's blue with yellow trim.
Not even with the yellow trim jog.
Oh, so you're not actually finished them, okay.
Not going with the, not running that yellow boy. They're just blue guys. And then
So I just need to make it nice and dry, make that brush dry as fook, and then just dab the outside of the... Oh, fuck, I'm doing too much here. Come on. Sorry, I need to stop leaning down so much so I can actually show the world how badly I'm doing. Oh, there's too much paint on there. Oh my god.
I don't need that. So what I need is...
That's better. Yes. Maybe I should just do it dry the whole time. That's probably the best way to do it. Then you... Oh! Model drop! Caught with me dick.
Prehensile.
Phew. Good reaction times, penis.
Thanks, Dave. The Adventures of David Penis.
David Penis flying through the space.
Flying through the sky.
Going to the places.
Places, places, places.
That'd go viral.
Yeah, I think.
Totally.
It's
Yeah.
done.
Oh, Machin's finished his. I'm just doing highlights on mine.
Well, I can either do Solar Auxilia,
Okay.
Detonians, or Custodes. So I'll throw that to chat and to you guys, because I don't know how many people are in chat anyway.
I think there's. I think it's us and Daddy at the minute.
Yes.
So Custodes, Bretonians, or Solar Auxilia.
Do you know what? Let's get our first. My vote would be get our first like fantasy Warhammer models out the way. Get some Bretonians done.
Yeah. Paint them horse boys.
So I'll tell you what, I'll do. Oh, sorry about hiccups. I'll do Solar Auxilia tonight, and then next week I'll do Bretonians.
Okay, that sounds fair enough.
Because I really want to get my Solar Auxilia started. And I am playing World of Warcraft in the background, and we're actually having the best run we've ever had. So
Excellent.
the fact that I'm not in the chat or having any communication with them, and only half playing, and we're doing the best ever.
Well,
So
maybe
World of Warcraft, and it's just me.
either that or it just says a lot about how unhelpful Machin is in chat.
That's it.
Just distracting everyone by his using his salt. Well, I think I've finally discovered the way to do highlights, and it's to dry brush the shit on.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes for the most part. And I just realised that I think I may have stuck the wrong arm. Now, where's the other one?
Okay. Not great.
No, it's not.
What is? Sorry, I don't know what you were talking about. Stop it.
I think I have stuck the wrong limb onto the wrong
Oh no.
model. God damn it. Yep.
Dang it.
Gonna have to paint this arm instead.
Mm-hmm.
But while I'm doing that,
Oh,
I'll
Daddy.
glue back on.
Whilst you're here, at some point we need to play some Overwatch, because I played some Warzone with Richard the other day, and we should play some Overwatch.
I haven't played Overwatch in ages.
Me neither. I've installed it, which is good, but I've not actually.
It's alright. I just haven't played it in ages. None of my friends are playing it anymore. Most of my friends just play Rocket League.
Yeah. I mean, I stopped playing it because there was no one on that I knew. And playing on your own with a bunch of 10-year-olds, as it was when I stopped playing, is just unacceptable.
Especially when the 10-year-olds beating you.
Yeah.
Kick it.
Goddamn 10-year-old bastards.
I always found with Overwatch that it was always one-sided. Sometimes you're on the winning team, sometimes you're on the losing team, but there was never a close game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. It's
Yeah.
not like CSGO where one player could
Turn up all.
ability and completely swing the game.
Yeah. It was either you were on a great team who were winning like constantly, there was no chance for the opposition to win, or you were on the losing team and there was no chance for you to win.
Saying that though, I've been on plenty of CS games where it's just like wicked.
Oh yeah, I mean, I actually, I'm surprised you brought CS up because I think that also had that problem, but I think it was a lot more balanced and you know.
Yeah. Like, well, some of the maps were just like you could tell.
Some of them were built for certain.
Yeah,
things,
like if you're on Dust 2, like it was more often than not that counter-terrorists were going to win that.
No way, man! Terrorists all the way.
Well, you see, this is the thing. I think Dust 2 is probably the easiest. It's the one of the more balanced maps, which is probably why it was picked more than anything else. But like the likes of Aztec were heavily weighted in the counter-terrorist favour.
Yeah, definitely. Because you had that bottleneck at doors.
Yeah.
At the doors, it was just like.
It's like you've got the door, the bridge, or under the bridge. And both under the bridge and over the bridge had a massive vantage point for the counter-terrorists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you're a terrorist trying to storm the doors, it's such a bottleneck so quickly.
Yeah.
It's the same with the bridges as well. So you need to be like, if you're in a team, it's doable because you can coordinate like smoke and flashbangs.
Yeah.
But if you're not in a, if you're all just individuals playing, it was hard.
Yeah. Definitely.
But that's what made it memorable, though, because you could still say like Office was geared more towards terrorists.
I loved Office.
Yeah.
Office was probably my favourite map.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, on Aztec, I love to be a terrorist because you could always surprise the counter-terrorists by just bursting out of the doors with an AK, and you'd always get at least like one kill because they just weren't expecting you to come around that corner.
There's nothing better in life when you're having a mad terrorist rush.
Mad dash.
And like everyone's geared up to the brim, and you're just charging in.
Just running through all the buildings on the left on Inferno with your Pro 90 out, just like just kicking ass.
Yeah, P90, like 3 of you with P90s, a flashbang and a smoke grenade, and just like hold down that trigger button and just smile. You'll probably hit nothing, but that feeling.
Yeah. You'll just ping a headshot at one point, just a jammy headshot.
Yeah, because you're just spraying everywhere and the burst just gets just right.
And usually that jammy headshot will be the guy who is the actual, dangerous person on the fucking head.
It's the guy who's like 50 yards away with the AWP, and you just got the freakiest headshot.
And away you
But, and that's the thing, you don't get those moments in Overwatch.
No, I mean, it is possible. I mean, I've had a few times when I've run in, because I used to play a lot with...
You were Roadhog mostly.
I was Roadhog and Junkrat. And Junkrat has a tendency to, like, just, like, team wipe people, and you can just sort of bounce grenades around corners and then just, like, burst through and blow every fool off.
Oh, fair, I didn't know that. I was always Diva, the big robot, Japanese robot.
Yeah, Diva. I mean, she's alright. I was never very good at I was never very good with her. Daddy, Daddy and Chatty's very good with Diva.
Yeah, I was always Diva.
Diva is essentially the shotgun wielding psychopath. They really are the suicide character because their ultimate is just blow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I liked
Get in
about it.
everybody's faces as fast as you can, hose them down so that they've got no health left,
Yeah.
and that they haven't actually seen you activate the ultimate.
Yeah.
And then by the time they realise that the ultimate's activated, it's too late, and they get.
Yeah. I did used to love Roadhog. Just, you know, the ultimate hook and fuck. Just come over here.
But then,
Yeah.
hated it.
Okay, I tell you what, I might have been a bit too harsh on Overwatch. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun game, but I just haven't played it in ages, and I would like to get back into it. I'm thinking that's one model finished for me. Can't really see them very well.
Like Warfield models, when you drop one, your heart stops for a second.
Oh,
It's expensiveness for
Hey, like,
stay on target, stay in one piece, and then it's like boink. You're like, ah. And then your arsehole unclenches.
Pretty much.
right. Let's. I'm going to send a picture of this this dude to the chat, and then.
The second of my boys.
Very nice. Very blue.
What the Ultramarines do. And not much else. No.
Cool. So there's the picture there. I'll get that up on screen now.
Sweet Tau boys.
Tau boys.
No.
Right, here we go.
I tend to drop things.
There he is. Tau boy. I think I've overdone the highlight on the gun, but I can certainly turn that down a bit with some Nuln Oil. But in terms of the highlighting for the rest of the thing, I've sort of done it quite a bit more with a dry brush effect, and I think I've got it. I've got a good. The next model will be better. Basically, is what I'm saying.
And then you need to go out of your way to buy more Tau to improve the method.
Yeah. There you go. That's what that guy looks like when it's not like fuzzy as shit. I will see. I will sort my camera out. So there's another one.
Nice.
Oh wait, I keep forgetting. I don't have to use these damn hands.
I don't have to use these damned hands.
You don't have to use the hands.
Right.
Somehow it just paints on its own.
So I sounded like in Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Charlie's uncle. He's got his fake hands on. It's like these damn small.
Oh yeah, Charlie's uncle is a great character.
It's like, he definitely molested him. It's like, yeah.
Oh, great characters. Okay, let's have a think. Who are your top 3 characters in TV shows? Any TV show. Could be anything.
I'd say, I don't know. Like, there's lots, like Lister from Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Niles from Frasier.
Okay. That's an off the wall choice.
And I'd probably say Charlie from. I noticed that all of these were comedies. But
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like we started talking about comedies. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And, Charlie from Always Sunny. No, Dennis. Dennis or Charlie.
I'd go Charlie ahead of Dennis personally, but that's just my choice.
I'll go Dennis then, just because.
Okay. Paddy,
Yeah.
you got any?
See, I'm not certain. It's been so long since I've seen TV in general. I don't think they could really actually throw out anything that isn't.
I don't own a television.
It's not that I don't own a television, I just don't watch the stuff.
Man, you got to stay in more.
He just watches a candle at night.
Masturbate furiously to
That's his only source of heat.
Yeah, I think.
I just grew out of TV when I was in uni. Just never watched it. I was too busy doing other things.
It's grim up north.
Yeah. I think my favourite character in anything ever is Randy Marsh from South Park.
I can agree with that, Randy.
But
Yeah.
I have started watching the new series on Netflix.
I thought this was America. Are we in America? I thought this was America.
When he murders Winnie the Pooh. It's such a graphic scene. It's so over the top. It's just like Pooh's where he's like, it's like murders Winnie the Pooh to accuse of Chinese government.
My second is probably going to be BoJack Horseman, I'd say.
Yeah.
My third, Dr. Gregory House.
It's Lupus.
House, I remember that.
Oh, House was so good. In fact, no, House is number 1. The other two are like 2 and 3. Yeah. Like, I haven't seen House in so long, but yeah.
Yeah, you were really into the House.
Yeah, I mean, I binge watched it to death. It was great.
We had DVDs.
Yeah, I've got all of the Blu-rays. I got all the Blu-rays for Christmas one year. It was brilliant.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what other show had some really good characters in it? Like, I think it exclusively had good characters. I don't think there was a bad one in the bunch. The Sopranos.
Did you end up watching all of that after?
Yes.
Yeah,
My after uni years was spent basically binge watching The Sopranos and drinking red wine.
Because he's Italian.
Well, yeah, because I was fucking on unemployment, and red wine at the time was dirt cheap.
So there's.
I mean, yeah, but you used to be able to get like 3 bottles for 12 quid in Asda, and yeah, that was my.
Make yourself high class.
Yeah, I would just spend the whole, like, all of my weekends, all of my weeks basically, because I was unemployed at the time, wasn't I? Just binge watching Sopranos. I think I was so drunk watching The Sopranos that I could quite happily watch them again because I can't remember half of it. But I just remember being like wasted and just really enjoying myself watching it.
Is this how like people learn how to play pool really, really well? As they do it drunk, and they can't understand how they're shit at it when they're sober until they've had a few pints and suddenly.
That's me. That's me at pool. But yeah, Tony Soprano is one of the better characters in the world ever. And do you
like it?
Yeah.
Like a mob boss who's like getting counselling.
Yeah.
At first you think it's like a comedy.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It is one of the best shows that's ever been made. It shits all over Game of Thrones.
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, Game of Thrones was good, like, until season 8. But, to be honest, it was good until I think season 6 was probably the last decent season. Oh, hello. There's a Warhammer themed raiding party. Hello, Rich. Have you finished your Resident Evil stream? Oh, you're right, Merv. How's it going?
Is this it? Is this...
Yeah.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh man. How's you guys getting on? We've just been chatting about all sorts.
Amaranth is on the other stream. You got the wrong channel.
Dear.
They missed the bulk of the conversation, though.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch it back if you want to, but feel free to ask us anything.
Oh, right. I can unleash my conspiracy nut job of the week.
There we go. Rich didn't finish the game. He'll probably go back, but Waluigi just fingered Barry B. Benson to death.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mev's having a mare at work, so Lurky must say, "Oh, sorry about that, man. You working this late, man? That sucks."
Yeah, night shift week this week, I think.
Oh, dang, son.
I think we've all had a bit of a mare at work, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, my day was like pretty dead, but that was like half of the part. That's like half of the stress for me, because you know when your job is like most of the time it's like really busy, and then you get a day where you've got basically a day to sort your emails out, and you're thinking, I feel so unproductive. I'm doing nothing today. Yeah, and you get stressed, and you think, I'm going. Yeah, the rest of the week's going to be really busy because people are going to want stuff. Don't know. Shit, it'll probably be fine. A lot of my job's just been handed over to another team at the minute, because which is right. But
eventually they're going to give it to the people they should have originally gone to first.
yeah, basically we've got a central reporting team, and they're sort of taking a lot of the reporting responsibilities off me now, which does leave me in a period of transition where like my job's sort of up in the air. Not in, I mean, it's secure, but it's like, what am I actually doing, sort of thing, which is kind of confusing. But yeah, eventually it'll sort itself out.
Yeah.
Rich says he hasn't. Oh yeah, because you've not been in work, have you? Bloody furlough boy.
I mean, I wasn't in work today, but that's practically because this is my.
This is your
my
weekend,
Sunday.
isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, Paddy has Sundays and Mondays off instead of Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you didn't wake up for me stream yesterday, did you?
I was dead to the world until.
Don't worry, it's fine. No, I don't think I had anyone watching yesterday. I think that's the first time that's happened in like a while. But it's like 2 streams this week, in the last week, have been pretty dead, but it's what it is, isn't it? You're not going to have
a week where everybody is super busy for no good reason.
yeah. I'm just trying to have a look on this. Yes, I'll need some torso. Oh, I've only got 3 more Tau fellas to do. And then I've done a full squad then. How many is in a full squad then? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8, 9, 10, yeah. So all I need to do is another 3 guys, another drone, and a turrety thing.
Yeah, the turret's a drone as well. It's just.
Oh, does the turret count as a drone? Or I mean,
The drone is a drone of its own.
yeah.
I believe the rules for that particular drone are you can drop it in, but you can't move away from it. You have to be within 2 inches of it.
Yeah.
If you are not within 2 inches of it,
It does nothing.
it blows up essentially. The thing is that you can drop as many drones as you want, of those drones as you want,
Yeah.
just as long as you know.
Stay
only
with
one
them.
of you at a time.
That's fine. I mean, to be honest, Tau are more just they just set them up at the back, and you know, shoot things as they come closer towards you. And
Can't really do it anymore with the way the objectives work. Like the way the objectives work now is you have to get out of your deployment zone to really start scoring properly. Otherwise, you just lose.
it's more of a skirmishing army, really, isn't it?
Because you have to, it's like you get like random cards to say, oh, you have, not random, but like you have to get like objective 4 and objective 2 to score points. And if you don't get them,
You say recruit.
it's like you could kill the opponent's army, but you know that opponent's has got like 20 more objectives than you have, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, it doesn't. You don't have to play objective-based modes, though, do you?
No, that is a
You
myth.
can
No,
just you
but-
can just have a big old, skirmish.
Sort of. I used to be that mindset, but trust me,
Big old
It
slog.
does make things better having
I mean,
objectives.
I agree. I usually go objective quick based, games is better, but I think if I was playing me Tau Army, hello bear. Oh, a husky has appeared, and he is asking what I'm doing, aren't you, bear?
Boy.
Ah, what you doing? Stop trying to eat my seat. Get the seat out your mouth. I'll paint you. I'll paint you like a towel. Oh. What you want? He's bored, he wants to play. Let me do this colour and then I'll play with you a bit.
Tell him to get stuff.
Oh,
This is
man.
why I have a pet. I'm just like, entertain yourself.
I think you're more of a cat person than to be honest.
I'm allergic to cats.
Oh,
so,
right, okay.
and they're really bad for the environment, so they can cut. Like a big cat.
I mean, I'm definitely more of a cat person, but
You
I've
compromise.
got 4 dogs.
yeah, well, I've got 3.
3, is it?
Yeah. So the husky could probably count as 2 because he's a fucking pain in the arse. Oh, now Mav and Rich are here. I'll go and once I've done this, I'll go and grab something to show off my my eBay purchase that arrived.
And what did you get?
I got myself a the little sort of slimline version of the PlayStation 1, the PS1, spelt out in ONE. So I've got,
HD.
huh?
It came with HD.
No, it comes with SCART though, which the original didn't.
No.
The original was only a sort of TV aerial out sort of situation.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yeah. The days when you had to tune in your PS to your PS1. But yeah, I got that. And the only thing is, the guy who sold it to me packaged the only one of the cables, so the aerial one out, and he accidentally packaged the SCART cable with the PS2 that he sold at the same time. So he sent me to a. Apparently, Rich doesn't like cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, he linked me to a page where you could buy the cable for like £2. So, and he gave me he offered me a refund. I was like, nah, don't worry about it, mate.
I thought
I'm
you were
alright.
saying neutral page where you can buy cats.
Nah, but yeah, the seller was sound about it. But yeah, it happens. But I tell you what, the console is in fucking perfect nick. The console, and more importantly, the controllers are brand fucking new.
I think that's the thing. It's all about those controllers.
Yeah, the analog sticks are tight. The buttons pressed lovely. They weren't really trigger buttons on the PS1, but yeah, all the shoulder buttons pressed nicely and spring back. It's brilliant. I'm getting really happy with some of the eBay purchases I'm making lately. Like I got that Warhammer game, didn't I? And it's in pristine fucking condition. So that's definitely Shadow of the Horned Rat, which I think was a prequel to, it was a game made.
First one that came out, and then Dark Omen came out.
Yeah, Dark Omen came out afterwards, and Dark Omen's such a good game. But yeah, the Shadow of the Horned Rat is a game that came out before by the same company. And I'm really interested to see that game because I've never played it. So I'm going to stream that. So you should.
That would be cool to stream.
Yeah, you should check out. You should come along to that one, Machin. You never come to my streams.
See, I'm a busy guy. When are you streaming?
I stream this obviously every Monday. Sundays I stream at 11 a.m. before Paddy's waking up time, obviously.
Like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I guess, before my wake up time.
I'm going to make a couple of extra sort of semi-regular slots. Most Wednesdays, I'm thinking about doing a sort of rando stream, like about this time every 6:30 every Wednesday, where I'll probably put a shooter on or something, or just Deep Rock Galactic or whatever I feel like playing at the time. And I think I'm going to do a Let's Play stream every Saturday. So yeah, so I think the Let's Play stream, I might start with the Curse of the Shadow of the Horned Rat, and then move into Dark Omen, and then I'll start with Air Combat, and then go through every Ace Combat game ever made, because I own them, and now I've got the hardware to play them with. Yay! I mean, I had a PS2, one of the slimline PS2s, and that plays PS1 games perfectly well, but I don't really want to wear the PS2 out, so I thought probably better just to get myself a little PS1 and run it through that.
Oh yeah.
Didn't they re-release them? Didn't they do like one of those, like Nintendo re-released the NES with HD, didn't they? I thought they did that with PlayStation.
Yeah, they did the PlayStation Mini, but it doesn't have a disc drive.
The PlayStation Mini is also kind of poo for the things it's got on it.
Yeah, it had like one Tekken game and one of the Gran Turismos, I think, and other than that, it was pretty wank.
Fair.
So yeah, but you need your disc drive, man, because then you can play all of the games that you've got.
Do you remember back when everyone used to get their PlayStation chipped?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, when I was looking on eBay for the PlayStation I bought, you could certainly get out of there. Oi, get out! Sorry, the dog's trying to crawl underneath me bloody chair. What was I saying? Yeah, but yeah, there was plenty of like chipped PS1s that were listed, so you could just print your own games.
Yeah.
All the weird and curious ones that were never released in Europe.
Yeah, I never really, I never did the whole chip console thing. I know.
I think that's the only reason that the good Sir Richard had a chipped one, was because of some of the games that were released like abroad,
Yeah.
and not in the European markets.
Rich, please expand on that comment. What do you mean? Are you talking about the original PlayStation 1?
And the PS Classic, I think, is the miniature one.
Oh, I thought it was just a PlayStation Mini. But yeah, no, that thing did suck. Yeah, if that's what you mean, I'm on board with you. If you're going to tell me that the console itself actually sucked, then you're in for a war.
Oh,
War,
no,
Rich.
Thrill kill. Yeah,
It's
that was.
not like school anymore. No one cares. Back when we used to have actually, no, we used to have those arguments in uni as well.
Yeah.
About which console was the best.
I mean, obviously the PlayStation was.
No, I think you're just full of shit, mate.
No, I just think because of the best, it had the best library of any games console at the time. Arguably, it still does. I think the PS2 probably inches it out just because it's got more games, but it had a lot more shit on it as well. Whereas the PS1 had a very high volume of very good quality games.
The thing is, the PS2 could quite easily play all of the PS1 games.
That's true, yeah.
One joystick's all you need. N64 all the way.
Sorry, one joystick, free hands.
Be resourceful.
I'll admit, trying to use that to start off with, that control pad was fucking horrific.
I mean,
But there was next to it.
Yeah, but
the controller is shit.
The only time I ever played the N64 was when I was round at a friend's house, and you never got as a PlayStation player, I just did not have the time to get used to it. I'm sure that when if you owned the console and you were like, right, I've spent money on this, I have to learn to use it, otherwise I've wasted my money.
I'll be there. Rephrase that with, my parents spent money on this.
Well, yeah, true. But yeah, it's
how to use it.
Yeah, you have to fucking learn how to use it, or you just wasted your time. But yeah, So Richard's made a comment. I will read it in a sec. Unless someone wants to do it for me.
It was a product of its time, you know.
Yeah, you're just going through how the classic is a bag of shit.
Yeah.
They had good games.
So
on
the
it.
PS Classic is just gash. It runs a shit pared down PSX rearmed emulator. Hang on a sec. I'm just trying to check if I've got anything on this sprue left to do. No, I don't. And it's done badly. They put all the PAL versions of the games, which is fine for us because that's the versions that we remember. And they run at 50 hertz. I don't care about that, to be honest. I know the Yankees like to say, oh, it's slower than our version of the game. It's not the optimal version, of course, but I don't mind because that's the version I've got. Like, literally over on the shelf, that's the versions I'm going to be playing. Yeah. And they put Rainbow Six on it, apparently. Why would you put Rainbow Six on it? Yeah, that's a good point. Why would you?
To be honest, like...
I think Nintendo have always had weird controllers. The GameCube was... that little nipple. Dunno. Not into it.
It was the same.
It was probably the best Nintendo controller in my opinion.
But yeah, it was definitely the most normal controller.
Like, the thing is now... Like, my girlfriend's son has a Switch, and they've got a pro. Like, the nunchuck controls are fine, but they've also got a pro controller, which is just an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
And guess what? Right, I prefer the pro Xbox controller.
Yeah. Oh no! Did I not paint the? Oh, I did. I painted the shield guard. I shouldn't paint the back of it.
Motion sensitivity into the Switch, and like motion sensitive doesn't work. I don't care what you say. Motion sensitive controls do not work.
Worked on the way, but you know that was a very rare case. Problem with the Wii is, you know, I didn't enjoy it as much as I should have done. I mean, I owned a Wii. I owned a Wii for like a few months, and then I sold it because the games on it, like Mario Galaxy, was probably the only really good game. Sports was fun for a bit, but then you know, it wears off. The novelty wears off very quickly, and you're just like, yeah.
Was a fine game.
Yeah, Super Mario Galaxy, yes, and I will. If they release Mario Galaxy separately on the Switch, I'll probably pick it up.
They have a 3.
Yeah, they got the 3D thing, whatever. I can't be asked paying for that.
Well, the thing is that is just Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64, and Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, I know. I just I don't really need all of those games. I just want to buy them one at a time, please. If it goes on sale and it's like
awkward.
Yeah, if it goes down to like what, probably I'd pay 15 quid for it. Then I'll buy it.
I would like to play Donkey Kong 64 remake on the Switch.
Maybe.
But that's about it, really.
Yeah.
Bit of Donkey Dong.
Right. Yeah. Well, they say they're doing that, but who knows? Let's get that mouse off the screen. Yeah. Oh God, here we go. Yeah. Just reading chat. Pro controller for the Switch was awesome. Close second is the 8-bit Do SN30 Pro, whatever that is. The Wii was too gimmicky.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's good if you've got a few friends around and you've been drinking.
Yeah.
And you put these sports on.
Yeah. I had Smash Brothers for the Wii, but I couldn't play it with the controller. And I didn't want to shell out for another controller because why would I? I'm not really 100% enjoying the console.
And if you look at all the tournaments like, or the, you know, they do like the martial art game tournaments.
Yeah.
And just have Smash Bros as the final. It's always the GameCube version of the game.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be the Switch version now, probably.
Possibly. I don't know the intricacies of how they, like, you know, decide how.
Yeah.
You know, apparently it's got like a special way the game mechanics are in Melee, which makes it like the best.
Okay.
Like,
Plus, you know, you don't need like amazing graphics for a Smash Brothers game, do you?
no.
So you know.
I mean, you got Sephiroth in the latest one.
Oh Christ! Yeah. Actually, do you know what? I think that's probably why they keep Melee, because the later versions have got just so
Like an
many
added-
characters just added for no fucking reason, and it's probably impossible to balance in a
And
tournament.
it's more balanced, I'd say, now than it was in Melee, because you can just use the same template, you know?
Yeah, I suppose.
It's
Plus,
like,
you don't have people just like lightning spamming with Pikachu,
yeah, exactly.
which is what I did.
They all use characters like Fox and stuff, like the ones which were really hard to use.
Right. It's probably one of those cases of really hard to use, but like really, really, really good if you actually master it.
Satis-
Pretty much. So, because they had that thing a few years ago where there's like 1 million people watching a Smash Bros. Final,
Yeah.
and it's like, is this esports? And then
kind of.
Is this sports?
it's,
Oh, there's freaking spurts. That's what it is.
well, COVID keeps going. It won't be long until it is. It's like
Yeah.
the Super Bowl Mario tournament.
Christ. What they'd need to do is they'd need to get the dance mats, get a bit of international track and field on.
Dance Dance
It's like-
Revolution tournament.
Is League of Legends still popular?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, Riot
Never
Games
played.
aren't anymore because of their fucking horrendous marketing scams.
Who? League of Legends.
Yeah, the guys who make League of Legends, they Riot Games, they with Valorant, and their horrendous marketing decisions, like making a skin like 250 quid,
Yeah.
a gun skin, 250 quid. I'm like, CS Counter-Strike did it. Well, yeah, but you don't. It's not the same.
Good in Counter-Strike. You don't repeat what... You don't
Exactly.
repeat-
You look to your betters for inspiration, not for fucking make the same mistakes. Anyway, what was I saying? I can't remember. Something to do with League of Legends. Oh yeah, you asked if it was popular. Yes, although I don't think it should be. I think Riot Games should be punished for that.
Well, to be honest, fucking Dota's still popular and that heap of shite should go in the bin.
Oh, you say that, but
It's honestly, they're really, really nice looking games. They've obviously done something right to have such a massive cult following for them. But when you take a step back and you look at the actual gameplay in it, it's mathematics, the simulator.
you could say the same about a lot of games.
But this is taken to an extreme. The synergies that you need for the pieces of equipment to get the most out of your character. You've got to be a high functioning fucking mathematician.
Paddy,
And I'll call it a mathematician.
what MMO game did you play a lot of?
I played Eve.
What does Eve need a lot of, and what is Eve basically?
Even worse. It's like,
Eve is basically a space calculator.
What did Eve need to be like, PvP centric? Yes, Eve needed a lot of mathematics to be PvP centric. Guess what I was fucking awful at?
PvP. Yeah, I get you. I get what you're saying.
I mean, Eve is just, you need, it becomes your second job.
Yeah, essentially, I'll agree with that. It was a long term.
Yeah.
And I've never seen like what's the end game for Eve? It's like because you just
Kinda.
like
There
I
isn't
know
one.
you've got all the guilds and stuff in it,
The end game for Eve is essentially PvP.
and
That's
you
what.
can be like you could mine for them. It's like I just don't get Eve.
I lost myself in it for a long time. I mean, I think Paddy was with me, weren't you, Badger?
Yeah.
Um,
I originally started playing Eve when it had first come out, and that was during uni. It
yeah,
was like I was sort of in the need for a big space shooter kind of game,
yeah,
and then all of a sudden on the horizon, this glorious, wonderful thing that said you can customize your own battleships and shoot people in the face and do all this stuff, and I was like,
I think it's a very good thing that we didn't have any internet in the first 3 years of uni, because I would have definitely went hard down that rabbit hole. Oh, sorry, I've just gotten a fresh brush. I will look at that comment in a second. If anyone's free, have a little look at the chat.
yeah. Richard saying that he couldn't get away with Eve.
Yeah,
It's because it was a very, very slow-paced thing. That the learning that you had to do on it took like weeks and weeks and weeks when you got up to the higher tiers of things.
yeah. And I think I had you sort of grinding me, weren't you?
I was assisting by essentially funneling cash into your dude.
Yeah.
And then
Without Paddy, it would have been a hard slog.
and then you eventually got enough to pretty much get your own stuff. And then you were like, yeah, now I got the things that I need. And now I've got all this stuff. And I've got a big backup and a big buffer and all the transport things starting to... You were probably getting more into that sort of the other side of it, the economical side of it.
Oh, yeah.
The business stuff.
Yeah.
So actually what occurred was you were like...
I was just profiteering. I just used to do like long trips, figure out what was what sold low where I was, and then figure out where it sold high. Just buy as much of it as I could cram into my ship, and then just warp across the galaxy and sell it for loads of money.
And I hope the pirates didn't get you.
Yeah, oh, fucking pirates, man.
Which is where I came. Yeah, that's the thing. The threat from that game was not the art, like the AI. It was another dude,
Yeah.
probably called Thunder Dildo 267, walking out of nowhere into your shiny little fucking storage area, and then just nuking your shit and stealing all the loot and then pissing up somewhere else.
Right, we are at the 2.5 hour mark. So
Jesus, is that wrong?
yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unclip my mic. Do apologise if there's any rustling noises. And what I will do is I will go and I will get my PlayStation 1 that I bought, and then we'll wrap up and see what we've done. So give me 1 second. Ooh, blimey. Oh, be quiet, duck. Quiet.
I'm gonna have to pop off now anyway, guys. So,
No worries.
actually,
Right. Here we go. So
how long do you think we're doing? Oh, it belongs in the museum. It belongs in the museum.
look how pristine that shit is.
Well cleaned, well cared for.
Yeah, all the buttons perfectly work well. Awesome. And this is my favourite thing right here. That fucking controller. The analog sticks are just perfect. Bounce perfectly back. Buttons. It's like it was bought, probably played a few times, and then put straight the fuck back in its box.
The likelihood is it was a Christmas present.
Yeah. So happy with that. And that was I think it was 30 quid. And it came with 2 controllers. The other controller is the original controller, but it's in as good nick as this. So it's not the white controller, it's a grey controller, but it's official and it's in very good nick. So there you go. Excellent purchase there. I just need to put that somewhere safe. There you go. So yeah, how have you got on, everyone? What have you finished?
I have, if you give me but a moment to finish this wash, completed my squad of dudes.
Nice, the full set.
So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, upon my desk. My eradicators.
Very nice. I've finished this fella right here. I put him there.
So,
you can't see him very well because the camera doesn't do
people
zoom.
in chat. So next week I'll be painting Bretonians, and I just did a Chaos Lord, who's going to be my main jump pack lord, with Gorefather, and I'm very happy with how it turns out.
Very nice.
Nice.
So yeah, we're gonna start calling it quits then. So I will first of all move to my end screen. So thank you everyone for being here. It's been lovely to have you.
Yeah, cheers. And it's been, I'll be honest guys, I've had a shit day, and
Oh man,
it's been good just being able to chat with everyone.
do you know what? I was exactly where you were last week, and it's just so nice to just end your day and just So we do everything we do on this channel goes onto my YouTube update. Hang on, oh my god, yeah, on the camera normally it reverses, but when we're on Discord it doesn't for some reason. Okay, YouTube, you can check out my YouTube channel. Everything we do goes on there. You can follow me at the Bulamatari on Twitter or at Bulamatari Live on Instagram. And if you really enjoy what you like and you want to support myself and these fellas, you can chuck us a quid on Patreon. I'll make sure that I get a couple of quid for beer money. Please check out Badger's Firepower Badger's channel. He also does painting on his channel, and he paints all sorts. He painted some Dark Souls figures last week and the week before. Have you got anything going on your channel this week?
I may continue a bit of the Dark Souls stuff because I still have a few of the expansions left to paint, but I also have some additional games in reserve to paint. One which is like a Project Zombie game, and another one called Adventure Quest, which is very much like a Maple Story style little set of chibi models, so they could turn up whenever they feel like it.
Lovely. Machin, just below me there. He is, you're in a band, I believe. Where can people find your music?
Cranial Separation, death metal, old school.
It's not for everyone's taste, but if you like that sort of thing, check them out. They're on Spotify.
You know, all you have to do to support us is just stream it, you know, like us on Facebook. It all goes a long way. And, you know, if you want to buy it, if you really like it, buy the album. The money's much appreciated. And, yeah, very proud of the death metal album. It's
nice.
Quintessential death metal.
Yeah. We on this channel we do this every Monday, 6:30 PM in the GMTs. Every Sunday we play some Pro Evolution, a bit of football on a Sunday, 11 o'clock in the morning for that one. I'm trying to make Wednesday evenings a more regular thing. So this week I'll probably be playing a bit more Doom Eternal. I will get it to work this time. And Saturdays I'm thinking about making a regular slot for Let's Plays. So yeah, pop along on Wednesday, see how we get on. Follow us on here if you want to get alerts and stuff. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, cheers everyone. Have a good week.